What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Rex, or you could just call me Rex. In this video, we'll be talking about the king of Shonen Jump in 2020. If you like what you see here today, make sure you to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you want a community to talk to about anime and manga, video games, or you just want to talk about life, my Discord link will be in the description below. Also, this video will contain spoilers for the manga series I'm talking about. So if you're not caught up, please click off this video and catch up. Or if you don't care about spoilers, stick with me and we're going to have a great time. Without further ado, let's get into the video. For a long time, the best manga in Shonen Jump has been a hotly debated topic, with series ranges from great epics like One Piece to wacky goofy comedies like Eight Gravity Boys. Jump has a wide range of series for every person, so that means everyone thinks their favorite series is the best currently in Jump. Hi, I'm Rex, and I'm here to give you the king of Shonen in 2020. Also remember guys, this is not my opinion. This is just facts. In order to discuss the king of shonen, we need to go over the rules for this video and discussion, and what I consider to be a shonen. Shonen is a genre of Japanese comics aimed at primarily a young male audience, usually filled with an action plot, and I'll be discussing the manga that appear in Weekly Shonen Jump, the magazine that is released weekly for people to buy that contains every comic under the Shonen Jump umbrella. I know there are other publications of shonen outside of Jump, but I currently don't read enough of those to compile a list of them. So the rules of this are very simple. 1. You have to be an ongoing series in Jump currently, as I am making this video on 9/7/2020. Or the series had to be running until it ended in 2020. And it had to have over 20 chapters in 2020 to be considered on this list. So manga like Time Ghost Paradox and Zip Man will not be in this list. Sorry for all the Zip Man fans that think it's the best manga of all time. Before we talk about the best series in Jump, we need to first understand where the other two below the number one sit and how I feel about them. This list is not about who has the best overall series, but who has been delivering the best chapters in the current arc they're in 2020. One day I will create a video titled The Best Shonen Series of All Time, but for that video I will need to do a bunch of rereads and knowledge myself on older Jump series I know the hardcore fans think are the best in Jump. Also, I will not be including Act Age out of respect for the victims, but if this never happened, it would have been a part of the top 3 in this video. With all of that out of the way, let's talk about the third best series in Jump. Coming in at number 3 is the current best-selling manga of all time by Ichiro Oda and Goda, as named by some of you in the One Piece community. One Piece is a series that is near and dear to my heart, but Wano has not been up to the standards of Oda's previous writings. Again, and if Act Age was a part of this list, it would have been number 3. Honestly, if I was to seriously critique where Wano is right now, it would have placed even lower on my list of ongoing shonen right now. But I understand that these are personal gripes, and objectively, this arc is doing amazing in the East and West. But there are some issues with the current arc, from pacing, characterization, development, to mishandling of plot points and characters. I think one of the most egregious characters that's been mishandled is Big Mom. She has had amnesia, she has freed Luffy from prison chains, which ultimately helped Luffy train. It's just so many things that are inconsistent and just really disturbing to read after we've seen classic arcs from Water 7 to Impel Down to Saba Odi. So it's just really weird and jarring to see how writing can go from one extreme of being really amazing and great to bad in some instances. Now, I think there are some hype moments in Wano, and the happenings outside of Wano that we get in between the acts is very interesting, and I'm looking forward to those more than Wano itself. But the moment-to-moment and chapter-to-chapter of Wano is very stale and not up to the standard of older previous arcs, which are classics in my opinion. I know my reasonings is very vague, but if you guys would like to leave a comment below and then tell me you want a video of me talking about the goings-on in Wano and how I feel about it, I'll create that video. But until then, One Piece is number 3 on my list. And coming in at number 2, this series ended recently. Honestly, if it kept going to the end of the year, it may have taken the number 1 spot. I'm talking about the legendary tale of Hinata Shoujo, Haikyuu. Now, Haikyuu had one of the greatest final arcs in recent shonen. With long-running series, it's very commonplace for the last arc to be poorly paced and increase the stakes so much it no longer seems like the same series as it was when it first started. Hell, the ass pulls of a final arc has become so common, people expect it now. Luckily, Haikyuu had none of that. With the first chapter of the year introducing everyone again after the time skip as adults and seeing what life has been like for them as they're being adults. I think this is very great to reintroduce characters if you had forgot about them. Also, it's just really nice to see characters adulting and living life. As a 20-something-year-old, it's very good to see anime and manga portray adults because we've been stuck in the high school cycle for way too long. Then the majority of the final arc was an epic showdown between two professional volleyball teams, which centered around Hinata versus Kageyama, in an intense epic battle that spanned a little over 20 chapters. It had great paneling along with amazing backstories of the time we missed between certain characters during the time skip. The art seemed to have improved with this current arc, and we got to see Hinata become the truly great player everyone knew he could become. Along with his serving, receives, he just became the ultimate decoy, and it was nice to see Hinata in a professional setting. There was not one slow moment with this arc, with the final chapter being bittersweet because I just wanted it to continue. One little nitpick I had with the final arc was the absurd amount of characters reintroduced and put on display every chapter. Sometimes it was like, who is this again? This is a small nitpick because most of the chapter was focused on the match at the end, and ultimately really did not need to know all those characters too well to keep up what was going on in the series. It's sad to see such a staple of Jump end, but it ended perfectly, and it was consistent from beginning to end. And this will go down as one of the greatest sports manga, as well as one of the greatest manga to ever be released in Shonen Jump. And that's why Haikyuu is number 2 on this list. And now, for numero uno, for the king of Shonen Jump in 2020. This series has been in its best arc yet, and this arc is shaping up to be an instant classic. This series is written by Kohei Horikoshi, or as I call him, Horikoshi. My Hero Academia. Some of you will roll your eyes at this pick, but I implore you, please read and actually understand My Hero before you give off that negative opinion. But again, no series has the highs of this arc. From One Piece to Haikyuu to Chainsaw Man to Jujutsu Kaisen. This arc in My Hero has been nothing but perfection. From character development to high stakes to character deaths, it has everything that you need for a final arc. But what is crazy, this is not the final arc. It's just the halfway point of this series. This arc has had the longest setup ever, which was the entire series of My Hero Academia. Everything that has happened in the series has been in service to get to this point. Some might say that is true for every series, but no, some series arcs are self-contained and the setup are all within that arc. One Piece is known for having setup within the arc, and that strategy is great, especially for Oda's style of writing and the island-to-island style of One Piece. But to see everything you read from chapter 1 come full circle to chapter 282 is amazing. There have been so many twists and turns in this arc, it makes you wonder what is going to happen next. It is very, very hard to predict. That's another reason why I love this arc. I have not been able to accurately predict what is going to happen next chapter to chapter. And even off the story itself, the art alone that Horikoshi produces every week is crazy and inhuman. He has the best art in Jump, along with the best paneling. Some of the panels and drawings will leave your jaw to the floor in disbelief of how amazing it is that someone could produce this week to week under time constraints. Also, this arc has solidified the best villain in Shonen Jump for the foreseeable future. And his name is, say it with me everybody, Tomura Shigaraki. What makes Shigaraki such a great villain is that we watched him crawl from the mud as a man-child to the truly great villain that we see before our eyes today. Very rarely do we see the main antagonist of a series grow along the main character over a long period of time. He has been the secondary main character of this series, and Shigaraki and his backstory along with his crew has made you do one thing: ponder. Who do you really want to win this war? And I think this is such a great concept because yes, the heroes will bring peace, but after seeing the villains' backstories and after seeing how corrupt the hero society is, it makes you want change for the society because people like Tomura Shigaraki should never have been created. In my personal opinion, I want the villains to win so we can see actual change within society. For an art to make you want the villains to win is such a great feat, and I love it so much. Now, there have been so many great side characters from Endeavor to Mirako to Hawks to Dabi, all of them being developed, all of them being characterized, and also just the stakes of this arc is so high. So many character deaths after character deaths, so many twists and turns. It's really hard to comprehend how much has been going on. But there is no doubt in my mind that My Hero Academia is in fact the king of shonen in 2020. Now, I would love to see you guys top 3 in the comment section below and why you agree or disagree with me. Also, guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. This video has been nothing but facts. So remember, guys and gals, everyone is entitled to their wrong opinion. And Rex, signing